Hey guys, Joey with Revelation Outdoors. My daughter Peyton behind the camera. I am just finishing up the second video in the Waypoints of His Will series. This one is entitled Strength Through Weakness. We're going to focus on 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verses 9 and 10. This video is a little bit different because you're not going to see, this is the only time you'll see me in this video. I used clips from the church in Corinth, from Jerusalem, from all across Israel, the Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, and I did that to show that the events that the Bible describes are real events. They really took place in real places and real people. So hopefully you get a sense of that and you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, I encourage you to share it with your friends, email it, share it with your friends on Facebook, encourage them to share it with their friends on Facebook, and let's see if we can get this thing viral. There's so many things that become viral overnight that are distasteful and nobody should see. I would love to see something with a great message get spread to believers and non-believers. So without further ado, here it is, Strength Through Weakness. It's the second video in our Waypoints of His Will series.
We all choose our own paths in life. Many take the path of least resistance and do their best to make it through life with as few challenges as possible. But for some, our paths are narrow and rough, and lined with people waiting to take their shots. Jesus said that for those that chose to follow him, there would be trials, troubles, persecution, and even death. No one understood this more than the first century Christians, who were put on public display to be mocked, beaten, tortured, and even killed. But they understood that in their weakest moments, when facing their biggest trials, that God's power is perfected, and Christ was their sufficiency, and all they ever really needed. It's against our nature to be thankful when things get tough. We don't like trials and suffering because it shows our weaknesses. We put on this facade of strength that hides our weaknesses and flaunts our strengths. The truth is that weakness authenticates the gospel of Christ. In his second letter to the church at Corinth, Paul focuses on his relationship with the Corinthians and again defends his ministry to them. False apostles had moved in and attempted to turn the church against Paul, saying that though his letters to them were bold and powerful, his appearance and speech were weak. Paul recounts that 14 years earlier, God put a thorn in his side, an imperfection, to keep him from being conceited. Whatever this thorn was, it caused Paul, a man who just wanted a peaceful existence, a great deal of discomfort. He says that he pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it would depart from him. And in chapter 12, verse 9, God says to him, "My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness." Paul then tells the Corinthians that he'll boast and showcase his imperfections so that the power of Christ will rest upon him. These people had hoped to tear Paul down, but instead they saw God working through Paul despite his weaknesses. These verses give us divine insight into how to experience the power of the Holy God, and shows us that when we reach the end of ourselves and we can't, He can and He will be glorified, not because of our wonderful abilities, but in spite of them. Second Corinthians clearly shows that rather than delivering us from our trials, God would rather step into them with us, so His power can be perfected. He designed Christianity to be a walk of dependency. Not a single person is too weak to serve God, but there are many that are too strong. We come to God not needful, but saying, "Look at all I have to offer you." God loves to equip those who don't think they have it all together. And when you come to Him completely defenseless, you'll find His strength perfected in your weakness.